everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green today. Well, Powell never disappoints. What an amazing week. Definitely, gets the market moving for us. He's come out and said ultimate rate peak likely to be higher than expected. Fed is prepared to speed up rate raises if warranted by data. So there's a good chance, 80% chance right now that we will be seeing 8.50. The market's got a lot of fear into it. Been moving lower. Yes, today was just a basic, just a simple inside day. Big move down yesterday, kind of digesting it, see where the market wants to go. Definitely weak most of the day. We got a little push there at the end, but definitely weak for the majority of the day. There were just no buyers there. So let's get into these charts. We got a lot to look at, and we will talk about things as we go. So you can see our oscillators here cooled off a little bit. So we're at negative 159 for the NASDAQ. Not much difference there. The New York Stock Exchange, we cooled off a little bit here too, negative 128. We still have plenty of room to move in either direction. We are a little overheated there. So this is the S&P 500 weekly. You can see we've seen resistance at this downtrend here. We've lost a weekly 9. Down here below, barely below it, but we are below the weekly 50 right now, testing the weekly 20. So your weekly 20 for the S&P 500 is support. Breath turned up today. So this is TNX. This is our rates. You can see we've had some bearish activity here, and the market has been, or not the market, TNX has been struggling to push up. So, it's closed green, holding the 9, but barely. A move up here would signal rates raising, and that's what the market's in fear of right now. The US dollar, huge push yesterday, very strong bullish engulfing candle. Today with an inside bar, you can see we have, we pushed up. We were watching this from way down here, called this on the way up. We called this pullback here, and that move yesterday just, on the Powell's testimony, just really spiked the dollar. You can see the VIX actually moving down, rejected at the daily 9, pulling back today. Crude had a down day as well, just struggling at the 80-ish level. Apple is one of the better looking charts right now, trading on an inside day there. They're holding that small gap up well, by the way. Apple intraday, just not a lot of range in Apple today. Gold, huge down day yesterday, inside day today, very big down day. Advanced decline lines have rolled over. They did turn up today, but we lost a 9 yesterday, moving down on the Powell testimony. AMC, this chart was posted in the Discord, talked about this. So we got a shoulder, a head, a shoulder, your neckline. We had closed below it yesterday. So today we were looking for a move down. We did hold that 50 at the end of the day, but we were able to move below it intraday. You can see here, then give us that series of higher lows. AMD, this is AMD's 15-minute chart. You can see this very strong move today, very strong compared to a lot of other charts. And we talked about that in pre-market, about how AMD had a lot of relative strength yesterday. So to keep an eye on it today, I was able to trade it once. Our members, only due to most of my attention going to SPX, but was able to trade it once. I know some members got some trades on it. Great job on that. Amazon moving lower, head and shoulders pattern working. It is back above this daily 9, but we're not seeing a lot of strength there. RK trading in this little descending channel. I should have had that drawn. I need to break out of that little channel. Abby, 2 big down days here. Today was another big down day, clearing the moving averages. We still have your 200. So we could see a bounce down here to 200. If we can't bounce it to 200, look for our previous bounce at this previous support level. Some ugly candles there. AMD, very nice candle today. We were able to gap up over this downtrend, which allowed us to push higher. MACD's coming in for a cross there. That chart looks really good. And you can see the weekly chart for AMD. This is a nice looking chart. Nice flag break, 2 weeks up, pushing up out of the flag, testing the flagpole levels. So we can see some resistance right there. Anytime you're pushing out of a flag, you want to watch your, the top of your flagpole for resistance, or the bottom of your flagpole if you're bear flagging. Affirm back down here, testing this support level again. This candle was able to close lower, give us an inside day. Bearish when the candle moves below this bearish engulfing candle. It's actually not a bearish engulfing candle. That strong bearish candle there. Affirm, very tight action today. Got a nice move down, recovered it, and just chopped sideways. Amazon, you can see this little higher low W pattern. We've run out of time before it had the chance to break out. We're going to see a few of those. Amazon weekly down here below your 9, trying to move lower on your weekly time frame as well. Apple struggling here with the flagpole. Obviously, this candle, we need to push this candle back up, turn it green, but we got to take this flagpole out. I like it better above that wick on that flagpole. Boeing had this little rectangle on Boeing. We got a break to the downside. I thought we were going to come back, retest, and move lower, but we ended up coming up, testing the top of the pattern instead of the center of the pattern. Now we are trying to move lower. Your 50 is in there. Looks like your 50 and your 9's holding for support. Still looks like them Bollinger Bands still look like we want to trade sideways. Bitcoin weekly, right into your 50 and your 200 and seeing rejection. This rounded top's looking a lot like Tesla's weekly chart as well. You can see Bitcoin here breaking lower out of that bear flag we've been watching this week, doing exactly what we would expect. Boeing intraday, we got to move down, tried to series of higher lows there at the end of the day. We just run out of time. Citi. So due to yields right now, certain banks, Goldman Sachs makes a lot of their money from trading, but banks like Bank of America, with the yields positioned the way they are, is going to make it really difficult for these banks to make money. So right now we're watching them. As good as these charts are getting destroyed, we're watching them for some bearish moves, bearish below the double bottom support. So we know that's a good level there. That double bottom is a very, very good level. So we know if we can break below that, maybe it can hold us down. So you can see Citi on the weekly back to the 9 here. See if we can get a bounce off this 9 and push up, or will we break this weekly 9 and move lower. AI, you can watch this one for a earnings. It can bounce at any time, so please take profits and be careful. And obviously, nothing here is investment advice. Please consult a professional before deploying real assets in the markets. Now that's over with. So we got a nice move down here. Got your 3 black crows heading lower. Watch for support here at your 9 and 20. I like where these candles closed. You can watch this one for a gap fill. Chewy, nice move down here. Higher lows at the end of the day. Chevron probably still going to move lower on that one. Still waiting for that move lower. You can see the higher coming up out of this bottom, pushed up, put in a higher low, looking for a move up. Finally got it there at the end of the day. Charge point, we've had several different patterns in here, but they put them together. They've all formed a rounded top. So looking for a move lower there. Chewy just chopping sideways here right now, contracting that move, or just kind of digesting that move down. Coin trading in this symmetrical triangle. Need to change them lines up, can still hold that in that pattern. Consumer staples still trading in that descending channel, testing the top of it though. DraftKings looking a little lower highish right now. I do like the way this 9's, the formation of this 9, how it's turning up back under. Looks like it wants to push price up. So we're going to keep DraftKings on the radar. Lilly, big move down here, testing the support level. We could easily see a move up here, testing this 9, maybe even this resistance level, bearish below that support. Bullish, as long as we don't break that support, I'll remain bullish. XLE, trading in this descending channel. Google, still this ugly as head and shoulders. I still need to fix this chart. Hanging out here, flagging at your 50, waiting on your 9 to catch up. That one's worth keeping an eye on. GME, this head and shoulders pattern. This is not the best head and shoulders pattern. You find head and shoulders pattern is in an uptrend, and technically this did push up off the lows to put this pattern in. And so we broke out, flagging back into resistance, but textbook, this is actually not a flag. If you don't have a flagpole, it's technically not a flag, but this is a breakout coming back, retesting uh, previous support, which is now resistance, and trying to move lower. So nice little flag trying to break out of that there. Like I say, technically, textbook, if it doesn't have a flagpole, technically it's not a flag. IWM, today, very choppy at open, moved lower, was able to recover at the end of the day. Uh, Not a great day for it. Q's right in between that 9 and 20. That's just not a place we want to be on a daily chart. You can see how tight that action was here. You can see how relevant that your 15-minute 200 was as well as a resistance level. Just very, very tight action there. The Qs on the weekly chart were flagging nicely. We need to push up back up off this 9. That 9's getting ready to cross that 50. We can at least hold that 50 until next week. We'll be pushing up across that 50 when next week's candle opens up. Lemonade, we were bearish on this, looking for a move down. We're down here testing support now. We're bearish below that support level. Moderna has pushed back up, holding this 9. It's all about what happens here on the 9 right now. Will we push up? Where will tomorrow's candle open up? That'll let us, we could push up depending on where that candle opens. It's very important seeing that candle where it opens up tomorrow. You can see how choppy the range was there on the intraday. On Mora, MU, nice strong push here at the end of the day. Semi's very strong at the end of the day. MU, one of the stronger charts today as well. A very nice push up there. Macy's moving lower here, closed back below our moving averages. Mara still trading in this little symmetrical triangle here, trying to bounce up off the bottom of your pattern, see where it goes tomorrow. Still trading within that pattern. It's a lot going on with that pattern. Within that pattern, I'm looking for a break of it before I'm interested in trading it. A Merck, huge down candle, kind of evening starish there, looking for a move lower off that candle. Ugly action. If you just go back 1 second, draw a line across here, make sure you're watching that support level, that trend line as a support level, and you want to be below that before you go short on that name. Meta pushed up, kind of flagging, waiting on your 9 to catch up. Your Bollinger Bands look like they're trying to tube there, like it wants to trade sideways. We need to see them opening up. That was tight range today there as well. Just a lot of charts had some really tight ranges today. MU, you can see heading up towards your daily 9 and decent sized candle there. We've seen that on a daily chart. Microsoft, you can see the higher low. A break below here would be your 1, 2, 3 entry reversal. This MACD looks like it wants to roll lower. These charts putting in these higher lows or lower highs is just not a good sign. You see Microsoft intraday had a little more range on that one than what we had on some of these other names. Still tight. Right now, Microsoft on the weekly is still below this weekly 50. We need to get back above that weekly 50 if Microsoft wants to push. NVIDIA breaking up out of this little ascending triangle here. It's definitely not the greatest pattern, but it closed above that level. That's important. And you can see this strong push at the end. You can see NVIDIA had a good day. Push up, nice consolidation, put in your channel, break above that channel, looking for an entry. We had that on the radar today. You can see weekly chart right now, still pushing it up higher. NASDAQ looks like it wants to pinch on the MACD. It's all about how we act on this daily 9 and that daily 20. You know, not too interested in trying to trade anything when they're right in between the moving averages like that. Give us an inside day to day. Netflix has took a nice move down here, respecting the 9 to the downside. Looks like we may have some previous support in that area. Looking to see what it does there. I needed to take that 9 out, move higher, or break below those candles and move freely. I'm not interested when they're trading sideways. Trading options, your options move a lot better if you have momentum in the stock. So just no need trading anything unless it has momentum into it. This diamond pattern on Palantir, just not doing a whole lot there. Just not much to talk about till we cleared in moving averages. Peloton, same thing. We need to get out of those moving averages. If we lose the 9 to down, if we lose the 20, look for a move up. Plug's coming back up to retest the 9 again, see if we can break lower on that head and shoulders pattern again. Not the best head and shoulders pattern. Like I say, we like to have them in a better uptrend than that. So you got the Qs monthly still holding your monthly 9. That is support right now. Roblex putting in this little contraction pattern here. Definitely watching this one for a break. Looking these candles, you draw your box. Looking to break above those candles, out of the range of those candles. It's all about the breakout there, which way it goes. Roku, push back up, retesting. We did close back above your daily 20, your daily 9s coming down to apply pressure. You do have a bearish MACD. Looks like that chart could move lower. SPX daily, we are struggling with a whole bunch of moving averages there. The diamond is below the daily 9. Look for a move lower here. Nice bearish candle. Inside day to digest it. See if we get a move down tomorrow. The diamond weekly, you can see it right there. Look for your weekly 50 for support if we continue to pull back lower. The SPY weekly. So we lost the weekly 9 coming in here, testing the weekly 20 and the weekly 50 on the SPY. Now the SPY intraday, we're still above our downtrend here. So we have already retested that, trying to push up, but you can clearly see a lower high inside day to day, wrapped up in all those moving averages. Just not a lot of information, but this MACD is getting ready to give us that very familiar pinch to the downside. SPY monthly, just not a lot of information. I'm bullish if we can get back above those candles. Preferably, I like to be above that 9 or that weekly 20. The weekly 9 is support. This is daily again for the SPY. Trying to hold those moving averages there. And you can see just not a whole lot of range. Very, very tight action today. Square, long-legged doji coming back down. Trying to hold the 9 and 20 on the daily there. Got a nice breakout. Now it looks like it wants to get back into pattern. Tesla putting in this bottom down here. You can see it move down, hitting that bottom, The levels worked pretty good on Tesla today. We traded right in between them. XLK above the daily 9 and 20 there. Honestly, one of the better looking charts right now. And Tesla, you can see this rounded top forming on the weekly moving lower. I would like to have it a little more defined, but it is what it is. But you can definitely see the higher closes, the higher closes, and then the lower openings on them candles, which makes it give it that rounded shape. Tesla daily, you can see the same thing. You can see we're starting to round here, breaking below this candle. We talked about that this morning, moving lower on Tesla. SMH, this is ETF for semis. Very strong candle today, moving up nicely. XLF showing some weakness here, pulling back. You can see how this candle open and close within the previous candle's wick. Now it looks like it is closed a little below it. ExxonMobil trading in this little channel, heading lower, closed below that daily 9. MACD's rolling. Bonds pushed back down today. They were strong at one point. IWM on the weekly. So here on the weekly, you've lost your weekly 9. Your weekly 20 is support for now. On the daily, we're back to testing your downtrend on your daily chart. So I will see you in the trading room tomorrow. Please remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading. Have finished this week off with a great week, guys. Have a great day.